Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. La, 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 la. Okay, I guess I'm done singing. Okay. Just a little vlog. I have been using Linux Lite 3.6 for a little while now, since early December. And on one of my machines, because I have two computers, and I turned one of the computers into a Linux machine, and my other computer was upstairs, my Windows 10 machine upstairs, until I can run a couple of tests on it. And I'm really liking Linux Lite, at least this version of Linux, you know what I mean? And it's a pretty good version. I'm very happy with it, and I'm going to be using Linux for the most part as my main usage for whatever I want, you know. And every once in a while, I'll use my Windows 10 machine. But in the meantime, I have a Windows 10 machine that I have to troubleshoot and find the problems with. And I believe I found the problem on my Windows 10. Because my Windows 10, for no reason, would restart for no reason whatsoever. It'll just shut down and then restart itself. And it drove me nuts. It didn't happen all the time, but enough for me to notice. And it was happening when my significant other was using the machine as well. So it was actually happening more often than I knew. I just didn't realize it until he told me. So yeah. So what I end up doing is running two different memory tests on Windows 10, the Windows 10 machine upstairs. Okay. And I ran the Windows 10 memory test and the MEM86 memory test, and both came up clean. So it's not my memory stick that I don't think, because no errors. You know? So what could it be? So I Googled and Googled and Googled, and they said it could be one of my drivers. Device drivers, whatever drivers, I don't know. I give you one of my drivers. I'm not touching the motherboard bullshit. I'm not touching that shit. Thankfully, I came across some simple things that I can try through the device manager on Windows 10. Okay, and this is what I end up doing. I've found this one forum where this person was having a problem, and pretty much the similar symptoms. Well, maybe that's what my problem is. What do? You're just looking for a needle in a haystack, right? So I bring my Windows 10 downstairs, unhook my Linux machine, and temporarily put my Linux machine upstairs. So now I'm using Windows for right now. I have to use Windows for a while till I'm satisfied I found the problem. And then once I'm satisfied I found the problem on my Windows 10 machine, I will put it back upstairs and bring my Linux machine back downstairs. Okay. So anyway, I hooked up this Windows 10 machine because that's what I'm talking to people through right now. I'm recording this using Windows 10 because I have to use it. You know, it's the only way this. If you solve the problem, you have to use the computer. So I went to the device manager. And like the instruction on this link I found, which I don't have the link, sorry. And they said go to device manager, go to view, and then choose show hidden devices. And then I went to system devices, okay? And then I went to this thing that this other person was having a problem with, and it's called the AMD SM bus, whatever. They said to right click on that and choose update driver. Go through the process of update driver. And again, it's called the AMD SM bus. And so I right clicked on it, and sure enough, it was the driver for that was outdated. And it went and downloaded the updates and installed it for that particular device. Driver, I guess you want to call it that. I don't know. All these lingos and words and shit. So yeah. Fine. Updated. I restarted. I waited for a while, let my computer sit, and then I restarted the PC and let my Windows sit. And so now, for the moment, again, I'm going to be using Windows 10 for a while. And again, once I'm satisfied that that solved my problem, and I have to use it for quite a while, then I will unhook this Windows 10 machine, bring it upstairs, and then I'll bring down my Linux machine and bring it downstairs and start using Linux again. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having two different operating systems. You know, Windows would be good for some stuff and Linux would be good for some stuff. There's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that. I just don't like the Windows 10 bells and whistles. They have built-in apps in Windows 10 that don't need to be built in, like the mixed reality viewer, the mixed reality whatever, the Xbox apps, and a couple of these other apps. What are those doing? What are those? What's wrong with Microsoft? We don't need those built in. Those should be options. I can't uninstall those unless I use the PowerShell. I'm not going to do that because that can make your PC buggy. So I ignore them. But it's stupid to have those particular apps built into Windows 10 operating system. Microsoft's stupid. And as I complained over and over and over again while I was using Linux, the other reason I don't like Windows 10 is because Microsoft took away full and utter control of Windows updates. I like to decide when to update, what to update, how to update, and what not to update for whatever reason I choose. Okay, and yes, there is a setting in Windows 10 Home where you can slow that down. I think it's setting it to metered connections. I tried that, and it worked, but it's not a permanent solution. And it's only, it pauses it. So yeah. Stupid Microsoft, you know. If they didn't do that to the Windows updates, if they just let us have full control over it, I think Windows 10 would be fine. You know, but that's what I have to say. You know, so I never had a problem with Windows until Microsoft did that. And all those stupid built-in apps we don't need. I don't have an Xbox, and I don't have a reality viewer. My computer's not capable of either one of those things. But whatever. Whatever, Microsoft. You know, you just turn it into a little pretty mandatory Windows Update, bells and whistles type of bullshit operating system. You know, other than that, when it works, it works. I just like Linux so much more. You know, and I've used Linux in the past. I tried other versions, so I know it has its little quirks. Just like Windows. I just like Linux because it's not full of bells and whistles. You actually have to kind of figure stuff out. And you can uninstall stuff you don't want. As long as you know what you're doing. You got to know what you're doing. You got to be willing to find the answers. But that's about it. Yeah. So yeah. Unhappy me. Have to use my Windows 10 for a while. Can't wait till I'm satisfied. I hope I am. Peace out.